Hey Devon, right quick before we get started, man. For somebody that does not know, what exactly is When Tidewater Talks?
Man, When Tidewater Talks is simply a platform that the Lord gave me to specifically showcase the many musicians and singers here in the 757 area that people may not know about, and we want to just show emphasis that, hey, Virginia has some of the greatest musicians, singers, preachers, you name it, we have it. So the Lord just told me, to start it and name it When Tidewater Talks, and just put emphasis on people here. And 2 years later, the Lord is yet blessing.
Wow, okay. Is it just musicians or what? Tell me a little bit more about the process of When Tidewater Talks.
Well, the process is simply, I started with what my passion is, and that is organ playing, keyboard playing, musician. So initially, the first 100 plus videos, interviews were solely for musicians, but now the Lord is opening doors for me to do other things, other avenues, whether it's entrepreneurship, business owners, churches, pastors, choirs, you name it. Tidewater has a wealth of people that are talking, so we just want to maximize the platform, not just singing and musicians.
Got you. So who, if you could name a few, who were some impactful interviews that you had the opportunity to conduct?
Wow, that's a great question. We've done various tributes for Valentine's Day, for Christmas, for Black History, but some of the ones that stick out the most is when I think about choirs. We interviewed In His Presence Conference Choir. We interviewed Patrick Riddick and Divine Worship. When it comes to musicians, we interviewed the Dr. Peggy Britt, Bishop Ezekiel Williams, David Booker, Calvin Austin, even some of the national level. We interviewed Joshua Rogers and Derek Jackson and Glenn Gibson, and I mean, the Lord has opened so many doors just to be able to showcase some of the wealth here in Virginia and abroad. So just to name a few.
Look at me, all they gonna see is your name. Hey Lord, I wanna be made over.
throw some stats at me so people will know, like, you know, what are some of the views, likes, shares?
Okay. Just with Facebook alone, based on the last 2 years that we've been doing this, we've had approximately about 110 interviews. We've had well over, I want to say, almost 1 million shares. One interview we had almost 400,000 shares. So the numbers are endless. We have about maybe 5,000 followers that has a reach to reach almost 8 million people. So the Lord's opened a lot of doors and a lot of people are following. That's just from Facebook alone, but that's not including the Instagram page or the YouTube page or any other social media sites. But yes, I want to say it's well over 8 million views over the last 2 years.
Wow, that's amazing. So you did something last year called the Showcase. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Showcase was simply a monument of what when Tidewater Talks was doing, just showcasing people. So we had some of the people that were interviewed to come together and just to do different musical medleys and to do instrumentals of some of the things that happened during their interviews. And we had some guest artists to come in all the way from New York. Glenn Gibson Jr., phenomenal musician. Then we had John Peters. You may know him from a lot of the Hezekiah Walker albums. He came in and he played a session. And then we had the princess all the way from Ohio, Miss Trina Treen. She came in. And they came in, at that time, it was the first time to do it on the Monday night, and it was packed out, 800 plus people in the building. So it's amazing, and we're just looking forward, just a shameless plug, to this year on Friday, September the 13th. Yes, that's the date, Friday, September the 13th. It's going to be phenomenal. We have some great musicians, Grammy Award winning, Stellar nominated musicians that are coming, that are going to do not only the showcase, but we even add in a special piece this year, which is going to be a master class with those same musicians. So I admonish you to save that date, Friday the 13th.
Okay. So how can people view When Tidewater Talks?
Listen, on social media, simply When Tidewater Talks. At YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you can find us on all of those platforms. Just type in When Tidewater Talks. WhenTidewaterTalks.
Amazing. This is a little bit off the cuff here.
Okay.
Real. Do you select the interviews, or can people email you to possibly get interviewed, or what? Have you ever thought about something like that?
Listen, we're opening a new lane, and I'm glad that you asked that, because we are at the point where now, if you would like to be showcased, or you know somebody that would like to be showcased on the platform that may not be here from the 757, they could just send us an email at whentidewatertalks@gmail.com. They could inbox us at any one of our social media sites with that name, that information, or tag them in one of the videos and say that this would be a great person to interview, and we would love to have them. And even for those that live, maybe, let's say, in California or somewhere far away, and they would like to be displayed on this platform, we are working out the kinks so that you can send us clear and clean, concise videos, and we can do the editing on this end and showcase you on our platform. So the Lord has opened some doors with the media world. So if you're interested, hey, just send us an email, whentidewatertalks@gmail.com.
I spent in vanity and pride, carried not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died. And multiply to me. There my burdens no found liberty, and Calvary. Oh, the love that true salvation plan. Oh, the grace that brought it down to man. Oh, the mighty God that God did span. And Calvary, mercy, there was grace, grace was free. Pardon, there was multiplied to me. There my burdens found liberty, and Calvary. By God's word at last my sin I learned. Then I trembled at the law I spurned, till my guilty soul in glory turned to Calvary. Oh, mercy, there was grace, and grace was free. Pardon, there grace applied to me. My burden so found liberty,
whatever you want, whatever else you want us to know. Just close out with whatever.
Listen, I just want to thank each and every one of you for just being a follower, being a supporter, being a sharer, a view liker, whatever you want to be of When Tidewater Talk, because this is only what it is because of people like you, the many people that volunteer their time and allow me to come to their facilities and interview them playing and singing and worshiping. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And even with that said, if you're interested in partnering with When Tidewater Talks in any way, whether it be you want to come on and co-host, or you want to bring your group on and sing, or even if you want to send donations to help further the efforts, you can always help in any way. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please, whenever you see the hashtag When Tidewater Talks, know that it's showcasing something that's going to talk from Tidewater. Thank you again, McNair Media Group, and God bless you.